Welcome to a brand new episode of The Founder. On this week's episode, we have with us Deshani, the founder and managing director of Apex Business Academy. Hi, how are you doing today?
Hi Tarushi. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm doing well.
So, could you briefly introduce yourself and share a glimpse of your professional journey?
I'm Deshani Gamage, managing director of Apex Business Academy. I was born and bred in Mathura and I studied Mathura Sujatha Vidyalaya. I think this is a remarkable year for me. I was awarded as Entrepreneur of the Year in education sector. So this award awarded by Women in Management organization. I believe it's one of the strongest organization in Sri Lanka. Many occasions my management style recognized, but I consider this as the highest achievement which I achieved in my entrepreneur career. When I go down my memory lane, so I believe our team deserves this award. This is not the single achievement. Behind this award, there are many parties, wonderful teamwork. This is a result of great, wonderful teamwork. So I think this time I should thank my team members and people who contributed this journey, organization. So when I go down the memory lane, I think this is a result of our dedication, commitment for Southern region. We created many turning point of Southerners' lifestyle, and as organization we have given a wonderful impact to the Southern region. That's why today here, and I think last 2 decades we produce many intellectuals for the country. So that's why today I am here.
Congratulations on your award.
Thank you, Tarushi.
So, can you tell us what inspired you to go through this journey?
Actually, it's like my personal experience, and I never had an intention to start a business, but it's random incident. As I mentioned earlier, I studied Mathura Sujatha Vidyalaya and I had a wonderful school career, very beautiful, colorful school career. I know a lot of extracurricular activities, school sports, debating. I was the school head prefect and involved many extra activities. So my parents so a little bit scared about my future, and they thought then I totally neglected the education career. So then my father arranged small group classes at my garage. That's how actually then finally I converted this garage to wonderful business venture, and that time I had a small guilty feeling to attend the classes. So what I did, I asked my friends, so then hey, my father arranged a small individual classes for me, so why don't you join? So then finally, so I could convert this individual class as a small group class, and 10-12 people participate for the classes. So then that's the point, we started 10-12 students, and that time it's a domestic business, and I never thought starting 12 students, 13-15 students, and today actually we give our services more than 18,000, 20,000 students. We introduce SEMA, we introduce many programs, we introduce online education system after the COVID, and today I think we are a large organization providing different services for Southerners, and not only Southerners, we provided our services now all around the country. Then as a startup, that's my turning point, and so then actually as a normally I think my mother wanted to be a banker, and they encouraged to continue the banking journey because I got really good results, and then I was selected University of Sri Jayawardenepura, and then I ended up as a banker. So then because parents believe, and so they appreciate and they expect me to be a salaried employee. So then, but that time I wanted to resign my job. At NTB Bank, I met wonderful person, Mr. Heva Pattini. So then that time I had a small chat, so I wanted to resign the job. But it's little bit, that period, it's like a swim upstream. So because then the attitude and when the female character come to the entrepreneur business field, it's a different cultural expectation, because so then I wanted to change my career. So that's how I started my business, and that's why today I'm here.
So, looking back on your career, what has been the most rewarding moment, and how has your efforts and vision contributed to you getting this award this year?
When I think about the rewarding point, very specifically, I can say 3 rewarding points in my career. First one, introduced SEMA in down south, and so we were able to produce world prize winner, world first place. It's a wonderful teamwork. Because the point I introduced SEMA in down south, people were laughing, and some people questioned, Deshani, what's the point of introducing SEMA in down south? Can you find proper lecturer? Do you think the southerners can continue this management qualification with all these barriers? Language barrier, attitude barrier. So very difficult to introduce SEMA in southern region. This is still I can remember the point actually. Sometimes actually then we organize a small awareness in the, schools, organization. And that time when we go there, then we explain we are from SEMA and we are conducting SIM and SEMA classes. People questions, you are from Dialogue or Mobitel, because people believe it's SIM. It's a SIM card, not the SEMA qualification. Because this is not today, this is nearly 15-20 years back. It was time 2007. That's how we introduced SEMA. People were laughing, and 2013 we were able to produce world first place for Southern Gaul region, and second place for Matara, and 6th place for Matara, and 7th place for Hambantota. That's the, I think, remarkable, rewarding point in my career. The second point, we introduced British Council. So I believe because after considerable year, so I recognize language is the main barrier to overcome. And if I want to develop all these new products, new program, so I have to overcome language barrier. I wanted to bring not the southern best education partner, I wanted to bring world best education partner. So I wrote a mail British Council, but I wrote many mails, but I couldn't contact British Council. Then finally actually I found the person and he supported me, and then finally British Council agreed to come for a meeting. And then today we are the Sri Lankan only education institute conducting their panel with their lecturers, their original lecturers, and today we are providing many services, and we have IELTS testing center, we have exam centers, we have library facility for southern students. I think this is second rewarding point. And the third rewarding point, then after COVID, we could introduce e-learning education system in southern province. That's a fantastic, wonderful experience. So then after introducing online education, we were able to produce consecutive 2 years, we won the Best E-Learning Education Award, National ICT Award. So those 3 points are remarkable points. And then finally, so I became the Entrepreneur of the Year, and it's awarded by Women in Management.
Congratulations on all your achievements.
Thank you,
It all sounds wonderful. So every business has its ups and downs. What are the challenges that you went through, and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, when we talk about challenges, so I believe financial challenge is a massive challenge, because my parents never believe business, because they don't want to invest money for my business. So I had to find financial facilities and all the resources without any support. But they never interfere my business life. But still I can remember, because in Sri Lanka system, there is no proper credit line or no proper loan for education sector. There are many credit line and many facilities, especially for not the service sector. If it is service sector, it's only for a tourism and production. Still I believe when we think about the business concept, there are people skill, innovative, creativity, out of the box thinking, that's all should be there. But still I believe cash is the king in the business entity. So then first barrier, financial barrier, and somehow actually I overcome and many organizations, financial organizations supported me. And then we introduce new education concept, new education. It's like we created many turning point of Southern children's lifestyle. Then introducing SIMA, it's not an easy task in Matara. Finding lecturers, it's not easy task. Sometimes actually that time 2007, 2008, there was no highway. For a lecturer, when they come from Colombo lecturer, they have to spend more than 10 hours in the road. So on the road, because we do only 4-hour session. That's the toughest period. Then continuing product is not an easy task. Because some products at the beginning SEMA we had only 10-12 students. The break-even point is high. Continue is not an easy task. That's why no one want to introduce new product, modern product for Southern region or out of Colombo territory. Then when we think about the British Council, the same issue we had. So sometimes actually we faced many difficulty to bring down foreigners, and so then keep foreign teachers for a long period. Sometimes actually I requested from British Council, so don't take them to Colombo. So straight away, please bring them to Matara, because those are the main challenges that we face during my career.
What inspired you to introduce innovative educational solutions to the Southern region, and obstacles, and how did you overcome the obstacles?
So I think it's exactly my first interview. So after completing because in Jayawardenepura University, definitely we had to complete 1-year training. So after completing all the training, I was working little period NTB Bank, and so then after I wanted to join different organizations. Still I can remember my first interview. They didn't check my certificate. Their first question was, Deshani, have you done SEMA? I heard about SEMA, but I didn't complete SEMA. I just completed my degree. That time I decided, and I experienced in my first year in University of Jayawardenepura, many students who joined from Colombo, Kandy and Gampaha district. So they have done many qualifications, multiple professional qualifications. But when they go for a professional training, so very easily they could find the job. So then I experienced and I noticed same issue face younger generation. So I decided somehow I want to bring modern qualification and new program to Southern region. Then the second reason, so I have been in this industry nearly 2 decades. So what I realized, what I experienced, most of the Southerners, they have done lot of qualification which is relevant academic. So when they go to the, sometimes actually they achieve island rank, district rank. When they go to the corporate sector, sometimes they rejected. Most of children, they believe this is discrimination. But as a person who experienced in the corporate sector, so I know it's not the discrimination, because when you go to the corporate sector, there is no discrimination. If you are really talented, definitely without the second thought, they select. But I noticed there is a huge gap in between corporate sector expectation and Southerners' skill set. It's a lack of soft skills. So I wanted to introduce something to which really help to enhance this skill set, this attitude set, these soft skills. That's why I wanted to introduce SEMA, British Council, other professional courses. And recently actually we introduced different program. It's not only English plus personality development program. We bring Southern world, Sri Lankan top level trainers to down south. Then we arrange different kind of training program, interview skills, how to prepare their CV, personality development program. That's how actually, that's the main inspiration I got throughout my journey, and that's why I wanted to introduce newly modern education system.
COVID-19 was one of the biggest disruptions businesses had worldwide. How did you overcome it, and how did you bring up your business with that?
Yeah, so I believe pandemic, at the beginning stage, pandemic directly hit our business. And we stopped all the operations. Even actually at the beginning point, we were struggling to make the payment and we had a financial difficulties, but I think that's the turning point of our business. So then the 2 decades actually, within 2 decades time periods, so we achieved 7,000 students. So you believe, Tarushi, so after pandemic end, so then that time actually we introduced online education system. Then after, within 1 month, we could double the numbers, and within 1 month actually we reached 15,000 students. That's why actually we take it negative impact as a positive advantage. If I explain then how we move to online education and how we introduce this system, it's not an easy task. The area like Southern, because most of the crowd come from not only Mathura city area, they come from Hambantota, Monaragala, Vallawaya, Thangalla, Deniyaya, that kind of remote area. So then actually, so what we did proper education, and sometimes actually then the initial stage, luckily actually we found a really good organization. So then the IT solution provider, he's a good friend of mine, the Mr. Lahiru Kodipili. He is the person who did this revolution. This is actually sudden decision. So then one of my good friends, Dr. Deshani Gamage, I met Dr. Deshani Gamage at the COVID COVID period, and he said, Deshani, so why don't you introduce some kind of new things for students? So then now actually today we did one session at university through Zoom. So that's the time first ever I heard this technology, and then I decided to introduce online education, and finally I arranged a small call facility, because I think you can imagine 7,000 students convert to the online education. There are so many negative attitudes, negative thinking pattern. Most of the students, they don't want to give the devices to students. Most of the parents afraid to move to online because they don't believe online. So they believe how the students get the knowledge and everything through then the online without physical teacher, face-to-face education system. Then finally, so we arrange call center and we ask them to write, okay, now we are going to give your education through online. So credit your accounts. Sometimes, Tarushi, you believe, very difficult to educate the people. There are some region people, their parents' knowledge little bit low. I mean, IT literacy. Okay. So then we explain, right? Okay, then when you take your phone and try to log into the Google and Chrome. Sometimes actually we explain that icon. It's like a red, blue, and yellow icon, and click this icon. That's how actually we introduce that icon. Google icon. So that's how we converted the people to online system, and now actually we provide our services more than 20,000 students around the country, not only Southern Territory, around the country, different area, different courses, different programs. Mm-hmm. So that's how today we stand.
From COVID to now.
After COVID, then we were able to win the Best E-Learning Platform Award consecutive 2 years, 2020 and 2021.
So, Deshani, you are now recognized as an award-winning entrepreneur in the education sector. What advice do you have to give to an upcoming entrepreneur?
For upcoming entrepreneurs, actually, so then if I experience my personal life, and if I share something, the first thing, I always recruit people better than me. Mm-hmm. I always give massive priority to develop the people. I believe people skills. So if it is business, definitely we need people skill. Mm-hmm. And always actually I take, sometimes it may be negative point. Sometimes we have to sacrifice or compromise the thing. So negative point means if you are a single, some people can take it as a negative experience. But what I wanted to say, so if you compromise something or sacrifice something, take it as your positive factor. If you are a single, so then it's your freedom. You can take decision quickly. Within 5 minutes, 1 second, you can take a decision without asking, without interfere any other arguments. Yeah. So I mean, then sometimes actually, if you get married, I mean, early married, so then early marriage. So then what I advise, so take it as your positive factor, positive point. Because definitely when you reach 30 years, your children may matured. So then you can sacrifice the entire time period for your business. So then that's why I wanted to give young generation. And in business, I believe one formula, it's win-win formula. And so in business segment, I believe formula, win-win, win-loss, loss-loss and loss-win. As an entrepreneur, try to create win-win formula, entrepreneur win and customer win. So that's winning point, that's your winning point. And whether you sell plenty or diamond, whether you sell vegetable or Mercedes-Benz car, so that's the turning point, that's the winning point. Create win-win, win-win formula.
Thank you, Deshani, for talking to us
Thank you,
today.
Tarushi.